Hey boos, and welcome back to Cooking with Kiana, where I show you how to make restaurant quality meals in the comfort of your own home. So today we're making salmon croquettes. This is a very simple recipe that goes great with breakfasts, brunches, you name it. So stay tuned and I'll show you guys how to make this easy, delicious recipe. So for ingredients, we will be using 1 can of pink salmon, 2 salmon fillets, mayonnaise, spicy brown mustard, 1 sleeve of Ritz crackers, 1 bell pepper, 1 small onion, 2 eggs, roasted garlic and rosemary sea salt spice blend, garlic, pepper, and herbs, Maggi fish seasoning, paprika, and parsley flakes. So first I'm going to start off by pre-cooking these salmon fillets. And I'm just going to add a generous amount of fish seasoning to this. You want to season this to taste. Then I'm going to pop this in the oven on 350 for about 10 minutes. Okay, so now that I have put that in the oven, we are going to get started on preparing our bell peppers and onions. So first I'm going to start off by just chopping these up, and we're going to chop these up finely. By the way, guys, be sure to check the description box where I'll be posting the full recipe and step-by-step directions. Also, if you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss a new recipe every week. So once I'm done chopping that up, I'm going to set that aside and I'm going to repeat that same step with onions. Once I'm done, I'm just going to put these in a bowl and set these aside because we are going to pre-cook these onions and peppers. And you want to make sure you pre-cook these because if you don't, when you bite into your salmon croquette, you're going to taste a raw onion and a raw pepper, and we do not want that. All right, so I'm going to set my fire to low heat and I'm going to add a generous amount of olive oil. Once that has heated up, I'm going to add in the onions and peppers and we're going to saute this for about 5 minutes. And when we're done with that, we're just going to set that aside, put that in a bowl, and let that cool off. And now I'm going to crack 2 eggs, and we're going to whisk these because we're going to be using this later. Okay, so it has been 10 minutes and our salmon is done. I'm just going to add the canned salmon to that and I'm going to show you how to prepare this. So you basically just want to discard all that skin and we're going to remove the bones as well. And then when it comes to the cooked salmon, obviously there's no bones, so we're just going to remove that skin. And the bones are really easy to remove. You just pop them out just like that. Once I'm finished doing that, I'm just going to take that salmon and I'm going to place that in a large bowl. Then I'm going to take my fork and just gently mash this salmon up. You want to make sure you don't mash it up too much, but you also want to make sure you don't have big chunks of salmon. So now I'm going to be adding in the seasoning. When it comes to this, less is more. I'm going to be adding 1/4 of a teaspoon of rosemary and garlic sea salt blend, a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic and pepper herb, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and 1 teaspoon of parsley, a tablespoon of mayonnaise just to make it nice and moist, 1 teaspoon of mustard, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and a 1/2 teaspoon of Maggi fish seasoning. Then I'm going to add in those onions and peppers. Then we're going to add in those Ritz crackers. You can put these in a Ziploc bag and crush them, or if you don't have the time for that, you can put these in the blender also. I'm going to give this a good mix, and now I'm going to add in those eggs that we whisked previously. Then we're going to give this a good mix, making sure we are not over mixing this. You don't want to mix this too much because if you do, it will be harder for you to form these patties. And once everything is well combined, we can form our patties. A good trick is to roll it in a little bit of flour. That way, when you make these, it will be harder for them to fall apart. Right now, you just want to form your balls. I'm doing mine a little bit on the smaller side because I'm making salmon croquettes and not patties. But however, you can make these bigger. They just will be salmon patties instead of croquettes. All right, so now I am going to add a generous amount of oil, and I'm going to put my fire on medium heat. Once the fire has heated up, we can add these to our pan. I'm just going to take my spatula and just smash that down a little bit. And I'm going to let these cook for about 4 minutes on each side. Once one side is done, I'm going to flip that over and cook the other side for 4 minutes. Okay, so after cooking my salmon croquette for 4 minutes on each side, this is what it is looking like. And we're going to set this aside, and I'm just going to show you guys how to do this one more time. All right, so now that we are done, I have just plated a couple of these, and I'm just adding a little bit of parsley on top to garnish. And let me tell you, these were delicious, especially paired with some grits. What? You got a good breakfast. But let me know in the comment section below what you guys like to pair your salmon croquettes with. If you guys like this recipe, don't forget to hit that like button as well as sharing this recipe with all your friends and family. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.